For those of you who watch Aleph Beta, by the way, they have an excellent video on the firstborn. The firstborn, conceptually, is the bridge between one generation and the next. If you don't have a firstborn, you don't have a next generation. You may have lots of children after the firstborn, but the firstborn represents a bridge, and what the firstborn does is carry the life and the values of the parent to the next generation. What happens to the firstborn of Egypt? They die, which means that the values and the life of the Egyptian system symbolically has been destroyed. There is no link to another generation. I mean, there are more Egyptians, don't get me wrong, but symbolically the firstborn is gone, so symbolically the link between the old generation, worshiping all these gods and so forth, and the next generation has been destroyed. Egypt, in that sense, does not go forward. Out of that is born God's firstborn, Israel. And if it's the job of the firstborn to carry out the life and the values of the parent, what is Israel's job? To carry on the life and the principles of God. Yes, they're the firstborn. Israel is God's firstborn. And the reason he chooses the term as firstborn is because they are the bridge between the father and the next generation, or in this case, the world. So Egypt's firstborn dies, which means that the Egyptian system symbolically is cut off. It's destroyed. And what then goes forward is God's firstborn. And oh, by the way, if you look at that door and you have a bloody door that the firstborn comes through, what does that sound like to you? Birth, doesn't it? So Israel, God's firstborn, is born through that bloody door and comes out into the world through the birth canal. It's all designed symbolically, if you will, to show the death and the end of one system and the birth and the beginning of the next. So in that sense, you have the 10 statements of creation, you now have 10 statements of destruction, and then you will have the 10 statements of rebirth, if you will, where Israel stands at the foot of the mountain and receives the 10 words from God, the legacy from their father that they're to carry on to the next generation. Please consider becoming a sponsor. Please visit crimsonthread.com/purpose for an explanation of what we're doing and perhaps to become a sponsor. Thank you.